How to apply tretinoin, let's go. So I've just washed my face. I'm going to pat my face dry with a clean towel. You don't want to apply tretinoin onto damp skin like you would with other products because it's basically just going to make the tretinoin absorb quicker, which is going to make it more irritating, and it's already quite irritating, so we want to avoid that. The other important thing is that the towel is actually clean and that you change it as often as you can, which should be every couple of days. Now that your face is bone dry, you're going to get your retinoid. I use tretinoin by Dermatica in 0.015%. Although this technique applies to all retinoids, you want to use this technique the same for all retinoids, so it doesn't matter which one you're using. Then you want to take a pea-sized amount. You don't want to take any more than that because you really don't need any more than that. I see that a lot of people using it as a moisturiser, and that is just going to be terrible. Like, I cannot bear to think what's going to happen to that person's face. Aim of the game with tretinoin is basically to apply as little as possible that covers the entire area. So you want a very, very thin layer across the whole face. I usually start with the forehead, and with that tiny amount I can feel that I've got an entire coating over this whole section, and that's all I need. Then I like to do this. I'm not really sure how I'm going to describe that. You can see I'm only taking a little bit there, do a few dots, spread them. Again, with that tiny amount, I can feel that I've covered the entirety of my cheek and a little bit of my nose as well. I have the under eye area because I'm going to come back and do that in a minute because I want to do that with a little bit more care. Onto my second cheek, and you can see that I've got about half the product left. So again, I'm just going to take a little bit and do 1, 2, 3. Spreading a thin layer. It looks like I'm pulling, but really the product just sort of glides underneath my finger, so there's no tugging. Drag the excess down across my chin. My whole chin's covered, and so are both of my cheeks. I've got this little bit left. I'm just going to take a tiny bit, run it down the bridge of my nose and onto the sides of my nose as well. Tretinoin really helps with blackheads on your nose and the sebaceous filaments that look like blackheads, so I really recommend tretinoin and retinoids in general for basically all skin issues because it kind of covers all skin issues. I have a little bit more left just to emphasise how thinly I am spreading this, so just taking a bit that's barely visible and I'm just running it under my eyes and on where my crow's feet would be. Just the same on the other side.